We've got Jackson, a.k.a. the Big Velvet, a.k.a. the Chef, joining the tailgate today.
For me, man, the more I think about it in preparing for tonight, I think it's the land of opportunity, dude.
Hell yes.
I'm ready to distance. I think it's time to distance ourselves from UT, man. They've been just detrimental. I get they bring in money and all that, but their fan base and their greed and kind of the way they operate, their leadership is lacking, in my opinion. And they're willing to throw anybody under the bus to make a buck. And so I'm excited to get away from them, honestly, man. I hope they go to the SEC, get drove week in and week out, baby. And
Hell yeah.
Their stock, their brand, and maybe some of their evaluation, starts to tank and fall. And in the meantime, Tech's got a new opportunity here, right? Like you just said, it's a conference that in football, at least, is not as competitive as the Big 12 has been. I wouldn't say it's, really far off, but we saw Iowa State handle Oregon last year in the what was that, Fiesta Bowl?
Yeah,
I think. I know UT, again, I hate to say it, but they whooped up on Utah in the Alamo Bowl a couple years ago. I mean, this is a conference that I think from a competition standpoint isn't really on par with the Big 12. And so for Tech, in football at least, and I'm not worried about our baseball and basketball teams.
Yeah.
I think basketball will hold their own, baseball will hold their own.
Yep.
Even though the Pac-12 has proven, we saw what they did in the tourney last year. Pac-12 can hoop, man. Bill Walton was trying to tell us all along. Baseball.
He was right.
Yeah, they have a good baseball conference. So it's good that we're already elite in those sports. But for football, I see this as a big opportunity for us to take a step forward. I already kind of view Lubbock as the Wild West anyways. Let's go out west and prosper, baby. These teams aren't, they're not on the same level. Let's go out and try to start getting to 7 wins again.
God, 7 sounds.
What a goal! What a goal!
Right? How sad it is, man, from growing up as a Tech fan that now I pray for 7 wins.
Who becomes our new rival that we hate and love to play?
Yeah, so initially, man, and the way this shakes out, I really hope that we bring – this is kind of a different people have different opinions on this. Some want us to be the only Texas school. I kind of come from the school of thought I would rather us have at least one other Texas team, either TCU. I mean, I listen to y'all's podcast. I know how y'all feel about Baylor. I'm right there with you. I don't give a shit what happens. Whatever happens to them.
I hope they get left in the dust. And all
yeah, same here. But like a TCU, I mean, U of H is one. And the reason I say that is because I would like us to still have at least one Texas school to kind of keep interest in the, amongst Tech fans of, we still get to play one Texas team that we can kind of solidify a rivalry with.
True.
As far as teams that are already in the Pac-12, man, I got to go either Arizona or Arizona State, right?
I thought that too, yeah.
Yeah, from a geographical standpoint, it makes sense because we're somewhat, we're closer to them. And then 2, I mean, I wish I would have made some trips out there. I had a buddy that went to Arizona, and I regret never visiting him. But from what he's told me, Arizona, and especially Arizona State, man, we've all heard, we've heard about Tempe. I'm having my bachelor party actually in a couple months, and we're going to Scottsdale. And I was like, maybe we should just kind of go swing down, like swing down, assess the scenery, for future reference for. Traveling for Tech games, and we played them recently, right? Like we had some good games. We had the Mahomes.
We went to that game. Me and Brooks did
at Arizona State.
Yes, it was a great time besides the football game.
Oh my God! Is that like y'all went to the one where it was back and forth, right? And that guy scored he ran 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, Kalen Balazs had 7 touchdowns.
Yeah,
13 rushing attempts.
God, I was watching.
He made his whole NFL career.
And
it was a great time. Yeah, Tempe's awesome. You're totally right on that.
Yeah, actually. So, what was y'all's experience like there, man? Y'all had a good. I mean, it was good vibe, good scene.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a little different tailgating wise. They don't tailgate; they just go to bars.
They bar
there. So, but their bars are packed, and it was packed with Tech fans. I mean, we got there thinking, all right, games at 9 o'clock that night or whatever it was.
Yeah.
We show up to the bars. They're like, 1, nobody's out. It's just Tech fans. There's Mahomes' dad is at the bar, like turning up. So
funny part was, so we all get there at 1 o'clock thinking, well, game's in 8 hours. We got to get started. Apparently the Arizona State people didn't get out to like 4 or 5.
What?
Then they couldn't even get into their own bars because we already had it full. So they were waiting in line at their own bar.
I've got a nomination for a rivalry, and it's a team that we already hate because they copy everything we do here. But we really got to up our hatred of Oklahoma State like this year. I mean, we still talk shit about Texas and OU and all that, but we really start to hammer Oklahoma State since they're kind of our partner in this. Mm-hmm. And then when we go to the Pac-12, we already have just a budding new, rivalry that we formed over. Needing each other.
Yeah, no, dude, that's a good call. I was thinking about that earlier. I said bring another Texas team, but ultimately, if we can bring at least some Big 12 teams, right? Like Oklahoma State's the most obvious.
Can play Colorado again, who I really hate because we could never beat them through those good Leach years. They were our Achilles heel, and so I guess bring them back. They're really close also, like similar to Arizona State, and maybe that can be our old Big 12, new Pac-12 rival.
God, they piss me off. I'm actually funny to bring that up because I look back on that and they did we'd be
always
so wrong, and they
we'd be 9-0, and then it's like, you got to go to Colorado.
Yeah.
Consider. Do you have any thoughts kind of heading into the season, expectations? Where are you at so far?
So on our podcast episode that we actually put out today and recorded last night, our biggest takeaway was there seems to be this, I don't want to generalize and say everybody feels this way because there are a lot of people that don't. I would say the minority, I guess, of people I've seen some articles and stuff about this saying that, this football season's not like, don't worry about it for realignment. And I get the timeline, right? Like if in 3 weeks we know we're in the Pac-12, then of course it's not like,
right.
But even besides that, there are just major implications on this season, man. This is debatably, in my opinion, one of the most critical seasons in Texas Tech football history.
I agree.
Because of the prospect of realignment. Not only the opportunity or the chance that, let's say it doesn't happen for another year or so, just being good and like showing other conferences, hey, look, we're back. Like we can, back to winning eight or 9 games.
Yeah.
But like still that we're competitive. And then also, I mean, dude, I don't want to lose Matt Wells going into a year where now we're trying to find a new coach. This screws up recruiting. I mean, this could really set us, if we have a bad year going into conference realignment, it could set us back for even farther than we already are, man. In my opinion, knock on wood right now, it can't be worse than Yost, man. Yost was just so bad.
You came on the right show.
Yeah, you did. Like it's got to be at least marginally, if not significantly, better than what.
Yeah.
Right? Like he can't go anywhere but up. I pray. I hope he can't go.
Oh yeah,
dude, I'm with you because the years. Look at the year Kingsbury's like first year when Cumbie was the OC. One of our best offensive years. Look at the first couple years when he was at TCU when Patterson let him do his own thing. They had their best offensive years those years. And obviously Wells has showed he'll let the OC do whatever the hell he wants because
no leash.
If Wells can just let Cumbie do his thing, I think our offense can do amazing things this year.
I agree. Turn him loose, man. Turn him loose.
Go ahead and get into some of the players now that we've got the coaching discussion talked about. Tyler Shuck, over under how many times announcers are going to mispronounce Shuck this season?
I'm going heavy. I'm saying mortal lock, bet the house on the over, dude. I mean, on our podcast, it took us like 5 episodes to finally figure out that it was Shuck. So we just called him like Sa, man. QB Sa. Yeah. So I'm really optimistic about Tyler Shuck.
So is there anybody else that we're really looking forward to seeing? I mean, anybody to like who's your keep an eye on player? Who's your player that you're excited to see?
So, and I'm sure you guys will agree with me on this, man. I mean, we had two dudes on offense in Sir Roderick Thompson and Eric Ezukam. These are two guys that are potentially going to be, you know, Ring of Honor type Texas Tech athletes. I mean, two of the best to ever do it, putting, you know, touting the red and black. I'm really excited for them.
Your prediction for the 2021 season for Texas Tech. What do you got? What do you have us at?
So I've been the overly optimistic, Homer Tech fan in the past, and I've been burned many a times. But since we started the podcast, I was way too eager, way too gung ho in year one. Last year I was very critical and honestly, just very genuine. I had us winning, and it was a shortened season, but I only had us winning 3. I was saying 3 games would be. I mean, that's how I had us pegged low, dude. I said 3 or 4 games. 4 is probably our best. We ended up with 4 wins this season. And I mean this when I say it, man. And we're kind of on Ramblin Raiders. We're all of different mindsets. You know, Nick has us as a 6-win. Lane has been. I mean, the kid's been hurt so many times by Texas Tech football. Us growing up, that he just can't. He can't. It broke him. Man. He can't do it anymore. Yeah. He wants to see Matt, and I agree. I got to see Matt Wells do it. But I'll put it this way. From a talent standpoint, for Texas Tech talent through the years, with Kingsbury, Leach, whatever, from a talent standpoint, in my opinion, this is one of the most talented teams we've had, man. We have returners. Our O-line, we have returners. We got experience. We have athletes in the right positions, new offensive coordinator. I really do believe, and again, I might regret these words, that Tech is a 7-8 win team. I think they can be. Now, can Matt Wells do it? I don't know.
What is your favorite tailgate food? What is your go-to? If you see a full buffet, what is Big Velvet running for?
And Big Velvet can put it away, man. Like whenever it comes down to it. You know, so at a tailgate, I don't like to go too heavy. So like a brisket taco kind of situation, where I can sort of, like mitigate eating too much. And just kind of do portion it out. I'm just getting like two tacos. I like the barbecue. I like tacos. You know, hot dogs, dude, are just simple, old school, but like they get it done, man. A glizzy on game day is
game day glizzies.
Is kind of like a rite of passage, man. But no, if you like pin me down and my go-to, and I remember the Tech tailgates I went to usually would do these, but I like the kind of brisket, like a brisket taco or something like that.
It's a good move.
It's good, man. So then you can eat, but it doesn't it doesn't soak up too much of the alcohol. So you still got a good buzz going all day.
That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Maintaining. Last question on the tailgate. Arlie likes to describe it as this: you're slapping $50 down. You get to pick what tailgate game we're playing, what game you picking and beating us at. What's your tailgate game?
Dude, I gotta go Flip Cup, man.
Ooh, Flip Cup. All right.
The thing about Flip Cup is it's all about your team, though, right?
Yeah,
you've got to have a solid team. So, I mean, like looking at it, it's like I want to make sure I got some hitters on my side as well.
Right.
For whatever reason, man, I don't. It's just like Flip Cup's kind of. It's easy. It's natural. It's good to do, and then. The games I like playing, like cornhole and stuff like that, I love them. I'm just not – I tend to not be as good at them.
Okay.
So if it was like a competition, I'd probably go Flip Cup.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. How about you guys, man? What's your go-to? I got to hear.
I'm cornhole all the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Dustin's the kind of guy that scares me when I get to a tailgate, and he's eager to play cornhole because I love it, dude.
Same.
Like I want to line up, but after a few shots, a few beers,
that's exactly what I would do.
get better.
See, I'd get you a little tipsy, and then you're easier to give in, and then I'll get you to the boards and just whoop you on it.
and then the bags are just suddenly not hitting the hole, and then they're not hitting the board, and I'm like losing
All of a
money,
sudden
and
they're
losing my
bouncing.
wits, man.
Put me on some washers, man. Put me on some washers, and but not the sand pit ones, the ones with the little the AstroTurf board.
Yeah,
all day.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
give me if I'm teammates with Dustin, I'll go cornhole. And yeah, I'll take that. We'll take that $50. Other than that, probably beer pong. If it's not like super crazy windy out, I like to play some beer
I'll
pong.
play any of them. That's my specialty. Is just
Catch y'all at the next tailgate.